The straight arm pull down is a exercise I get some questions about. I probably should be getting more questions about it because I know if I'm getting some people asking why they're not feeling it, where they think they should be feeling it, or they're having a hard time with it. If I'm getting some questions like that, there's probably at least an equal amount of people that are just doing the exercise assuming it's correct and it's not. So the biggest problem I come across with people doing this is the way that their equipment is actually built or set up. So it's not even really their fault, but you still have to make the adjustments so that you can correctly do this. So in the videos that I have with my programs for clients, I believe I'm doing them off of my knees, and some people will make the mistake of doing them standing, which you fully can do if you have a machine that's high enough. Because no matter what your machine is built like, your setup has to allow for your arms to fully extend and stretch maximally at the top. So obviously this machine is far too short for that. I'd be hitting the weight stack way before, so that wouldn't be an option for this. So going down to the knees is the next option here. But if I'm too close to the machine, once again, I'm coming up to this position and my arms are not stretched, my lats are not stretched fully. So as I'm coming down, this contraction is correct, but the stretch is limited. So I'm not getting that extra 2 to 3 inches at least that I would need. So to make that adjustment, I have to move myself back and adjust the angle of my body so that my arms can be straight. I always tell people, try and get your bicep to cover your ear at the top, if you can. And keep your back and hips straight. So don't sit back like this. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I just find it's easier to stretch your lats fully here, and the weights are not touching this weight stack at this point in time. Now from here, I can keep my body still, make a nice wide arc, and down. Now not everybody has a double handle machine like this. You can do this with a single handle and a bar. It's just you're going to be a little bit limited to, you can only probably come down to here because you obviously can't go past your body. When I have two handles like this, I like to go all the way down. And notice that my chest is staying out and my body is staying still. The next thing that people have an issue with is, besides full range of motion there, is they want to use too much weight. So that usually limits their range of motion. They're usually stopping here, and then their arc becomes very narrow. And it becomes more like this type of an action where they're pulling down and then trying to catch it. Pull and race to try and catch it. And that is incorrect. You'll probably feel it in your triceps more than anything doing that, but you're not doing it correctly. You will probably feel it in your triceps a bit here because of where the lats and the triceps are connecting in a similar spot there. That's fine. But what I try and do is relax my arms and feel like I'm trying to scrape my knuckles down the front of the machine. I want that arc to be as wide as possible because my arms are straight. Stretch. So between those two things, a lack of range of motion and trying to use too much weight, people can get into a lot of problems and they think that the exercise is not benefiting them and they're just not feeling it where they think they should. So if that's you, give these two things a try. Let me know if it helps you out. Any other questions, just send them along to me. Talk to you again soon.